Hey folks, I wanted to present to you my Street Glide ST Fast Johnnie edition. I just picked up this bike about a little over a week ago, and totally blown away by it. Totally blown away by it. Really the most beautiful bike I've ever had, and this is really, I think, the pinnacle of all the bikes really that I've ever owned in my entire life. This is, like I mentioned, the Street Glide ST, the Fast Johnnie edition. Fast Johnnie really refers to this little piglet on the gas tank. And the story behind it is that it was given that nickname back in the early 1900s. Harley's racing team, let me fix the camera here. Harley's racing team in the early 1900s, known as the Wrecking Crew. There was one racer in particular, I forget his name exactly, Ray, it escapes me. And anyway, every time he won a race, he carried a little piglet with him around the racetrack in his lap on the bike to celebrate his victory. And he nicknamed the piglet Fast Johnnie. And actually, that little piglet is the origin of the term hog, where people refer to Harleys as their hogs. It comes from that. Back in the early 1900s, the Harley Davidson racing team known as the Wrecking Crew, and the celebratory lap with the little piglet Fast Johnnie, who was their little baby hog. So that's where that comes from. Yeah, so this is the Street Glide ST, as I mentioned. This has the 117 cubic inch engine, and at the time there were basically 3 levels of the Street Glide. Well, 4 levels actually if you count the CVO. There was the Street Glide Standard, which featured the 107 cubic inch engine, and then you had the Street Glide Special, which featured the 114 cubic inch engine. And then you had the Street Glide ST, which features the 117 cubic inch engine. And I believe at that time, the Street Glide, the CVO, at that time was also a 117. But I'm not quite sure. But anyway, this year it's a 121. It's something completely different. And yeah, so the ST stands for Sport Touring. So the Street Glide ST, its focus, its emphasis is, as a performance bagger, and it has the upgraded suspension over the Street Glide Standard and Street Glide Special, as well as the bigger engine. And the only difference really between the Fast Johnnie and the Street Glide ST is really just a paint job. It's a rare paint job. It's I believe only 2,000 of these were made, and I'm not sure if the 2,000 includes the Street Glide, the Road Glide, and the Lowrider ST in total, which would make each one about 666, or if it's actually 2,000 of each individual model. This paint scheme was applied only to those 3 models: the Street Glide ST, the Road Glide ST, and the Lowrider ST. So yeah, that's it. The only things I've done to it, well, I think really should have come from the factory with it, is that I did add passenger foot pegs and a matching shifter peg. They're from the Streamliner collection. The passenger foot pegs are not included on this bike. I do want to adapt this bike to accommodate passenger. It is, after all, a touring bike. So yeah, so the shifter peg and the passenger pegs. And on the other side, here you see the passenger peg also. Oh, sorry, that's my finger that I cut today doing the job. See, you can't. One rule you have to learn: you can never work on a Harley and not get hurt. Getting hurt is part of working on a Harley, unfortunately. So see, there's the brake pedal. That came like that. with the floorboard, and then I added the matching Streamliner passenger foot peg. So let me just fold this up. There you go. And I also plan to add either a passenger pillion or a complete passenger or a complete one-piece seat. But one way or other, this is going to be a two-passenger bike. And that's it. Yeah, actually, well, just for information, the way I hurt myself. See, now when I install something, I always install exactly to the letter. The torque values, everything to the absolute letter, or the absolute digit. And what happened is, as I was torquing this little bolt here, I torqued it to the value, and then as I did that, my expensive snap-on hex bit actually broke. It broke and it got stuck inside the screw over here. So I was trying to dig out that little hex head. Actually, it's a ball hex head. Trying to dig it out. I found these little cutters with fine edges, which I was trying to grip it with to pull it out, and of course it slipped and it cut my finger. So that's how that happened. And then I finally got a little tiny little vice grip with tiny little jaws that were able to grab that little hex bit part and just finally wiggled it out. So there you go. The important thing is that there's no damage. Everything is as it should be, nice and clean, smooth, and nothing is scratched, nothing's damaged. And it's at the right angle. See, I wanted to angle it to go with the shifter, I guess, bar itself. So that's it. Anyway, the bike is beautiful and perfect, and all it's waiting for now is just a passenger seat. So yeah. This paint scheme, by the way, was designed to match really as a tribute to the muscle cars of the late 1960s, maybe early 70s. Has that kind of Shelby Cobra vibe to it. And that's it. I did have the option to go with the Road Glide, but I've always been a Street Glide fan. I mean, you know, it's all individual taste. You know, get around here, get a good view of it from this angle. And, you know, to each their own, of course. I always found the Road Glide fairing a little kind of heavy and kind of, I don't know, a little obtrusive. This actually matches the bike better. I find the Street Glide fairing. It's smaller. Gives you just the protection that you need. I like the way the mirrors are incorporated in the bat wing. See, like that. So I mean, it's got everything, and it's has that sort of light, airy feel to it. So yeah, I was very lucky to find this bike. It was on clearance at my dealership. Can you believe it? That it was not a good seller. I bought it, you know, like I said, about a little over a week ago, and it's a 2023 model, and they needed to make room for the 2024s and the potential 2025s that are on their way. So I grabbed it up. I got it actually at below dealer cost, which is just really unheard of. You know, I mean, I got this basically at the price that you would pay for a Street Glide standard, with including the shipping, the preparation, and the surcharge. And I wasn't charged any of that. So imagine just the basic dealer cost, maybe even a little less, with no shipping, no surcharge, no no preparation, and out the door. So it was just too good of a deal to pass up. So there it is, my beautiful Street Glide ST Fast Johnnie edition. Yeah, really, I think just the most stunning bike I've ever owned, and hoping to have a nice long relationship with this bike. I guess it's sort of my my early pre-retirement present. is that when that day comes, probably even before, I want to do lots of mileage on it. Just an absolute work of art. Well, that's it. One last walk around. I really love that racing stripe on the nose. See, another thing I love about the Street Glide is that it's got that sort of freight train, large headlight, and I don't know, it has more of an imposing look to it. There you go. And that's it. Well, hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope maybe we'll see each other on the road one day. Alright, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.